Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and today we're going to be doing some more of my fairy series in The Sims 4. And before we get started, here's a quick little outfit of the day. I thrifted this dress. I think it's very cute, off the shoulder. It's like a light pink red color. And then my jewelry today is just the Taylor Swift Bejeweled necklace. This is like the little Speak Now like a bell necklace with 13 on Roman numerals. The liquid lipstick I'm wearing is by V Cosmetics in the shade Bubbly. It's a cute look. It's a really pretty color. I like it a lot. And then I just put like some sparkly lip gloss over the top. Okay, so we're heading back into our cute little family of 4 now. In the last video, Lou moved into our cute little house here. He brought a lot of money with him, so we fancied up the backyard. We got a TV, so that's always nice. It's always a nice plus to have a TV. I have these little life plant tabletop pots that I'm constantly letting my plants die in because I forget that they're there. But no more am I going to do that. I will remember them this time. So Celeste has 1 more ability point for Celeste's fairy abilities. This bloom plant, make a mature plant bloom and ready to harvest, is really neat. I kind of want to get that one. I think I might, for now, get this shift luck one because I've noticed how much the luck being good makes everything they create come out better quality and be worth a lot more money as well. So I think that's probably a good one to have. So we will buy that one for the time being. I've updated some of Lou's looks. Like I still kept his like werewolfy-ness, but just gave him like some CC jeans and stuff like that, you know. I'm going to plant some of the flowers that I have in these inside pots. So I'll plant a Christmas rose in this one. And then I can plant a daisy in this one down here. Oh gosh, Celeste found some simoleons. They gave me like 400 something simoleons. Oh, okay, they won't let me plant the flowers in the pots for some reason. Okay, sure. Fine, I can plant them outside. Let me purchase a live house plant. Instead, I will put one of these little guys in here. Let's plant a little fern in that one. And then I can put this little group of succulents, this one's cute. It has a little pink one in there. I'll put a little group of succulents in that one. Look at them. Okay, hopefully I can keep these guys alive. And then for her work, she was working from home. And then it ended at 6 and it ended at 5. And I didn't quite finish it, but we are almost an excellent. Wait, she needs to study holistic care on the computer. Lou, can you get off the computer, please? He doesn't have a job. I think that's fine. I'm only putting Celeste into the naturopath career because I want to see how it works, and she can do it from home. They don't really seem like the type of people who would go out and get like a regular old 9 to 5, you know. He can just be doing gardening. So he can do all my harvesting and we can sell some of these plants because Celeste does not like to harvest them. Makes her really, really upset. So that's perfect that Lou can do that. She works 6 days a week, which is crazy. She only has 1 day off, which is Sunday. She works on Saturday, which is crazy. It's such a weird schedule, but most of it she can do from home, so it's not taking up like, you know, all of her time. All of the townies would always come up to the fairy homes and just start reading to them. And I was always confused about what that was because there's no interaction for read fairy tales on Celeste's point of view. It's because, yeah, that's an interaction for only non-fairies. You can read them fairy tales, so that's why they were always reading stories to the fairy homes, which is really funny. Like this, they just go up to it and they pull out a book and they just start reading it fairy tales. I'm also going to try to work on Lou's aspiration, werewolf initiate. He wants to unleash his inner beast to become a werewolf. Is there only 1 level of this? There's only 1 level. So whenever he finishes this one, and he's already done most of it, we need to read 3 werewolf books. So whenever he finishes that one, I can set him on a path to a different one. Are there other, like maybe one of the nature ones or something like that? I don't know if there's other werewolf ones. There's only 1 werewolf one, I guess. Maybe whenever I complete it, it would unlock another one or something like that. It seems like there'd be more. That's the only one I see. So we need to read 3 werewolf books. Or we could scratch the bookshelf. No. I'm not certain what exactly a werewolf book is. Also, I think Lou working on his wellness skill would be kind of cool because I think that would tie into him being able to like control the werewolf, the rage and stuff like that. I think that would be cool. So maybe we should get him like a little yoga mat. I wonder if that ties into the werewolves at all. Like if he has a calm mind, does it like lower his rage? I'll find out. Let's get a little meditation stool. I can put it somewhere outside in a little cute area. I'm gonna put it like here. I'm gonna just set it here for now, but then I'll move it over to the edge here with tool mod. And then we can go for a little yoga mat. I'll put it upstairs here in the bedroom because Celeste doesn't even use the bedroom up here, but Lou probably will because he does sleep in a regular old bed. She sleeps in her fancy little fairy home. He scratched this up, so he deserves to. He put scratches all over this one, so he deserves to have to use that one. Oh, I put the moon cycle, the moon phases. That's pretty cool. And then I can just like shift click on this with tool mod and scooch it over somewhere else outside of my lot, like a boundary. Whoa, this grass moving is really cool looking. It kind of looks creepy. Okay, Lou, come on out here and go meditate, please. And then try checking out bookshelves around Moonwood Mill or purchasing werewolf books via the computer. I want to travel to Moonwood Mill. My voice just did something weird. What the hell? I need to go get something to drink. I got me a Red Bull. I don't remember what I was talking about, but So we need to purchase, let me see, he's doing his little meditation. Let me see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, that's so chill. And he's just like sitting out here on this beautiful, well, it's a fall, it's a spring. It's not fall, it's a spring evening and about to be summer. He's being very chill and very calm. But apparently I have to buy the books either on here or go to Moonwood Mill and read the ones that are there. Here's one that's called The Werewolf Who Came In From the Cold. It's just like a novel. So these aren't like skill books, I guess. But I don't know exactly which one I'm supposed to be getting, so I'll just get that one for now. See, he's fine. He gets controlled emotions. They get controlled emotions when you do the meditation and stuff like that. He has this shirt for his, I know that's probably some sort of band. That's a CC shirt that I had that I just put him in, and I know it's probably for some band, but I don't know because I can't quite read the name on there. But he's having a good time right now. He's inspired from the art. He's feeling great from his needs. And the Aura Blossom gives him a good little mood lift. Look at our cute backyard. We need to make more friends. We need to have, so that I can invite people over. You know, we can have people coming over and we can throw little like dinner parties and stuff like that, which Celeste has a few friends, but I wanted to look at Lou's. Okay, Lou doesn't know anybody except for me and Karen, the Fairy High Council or the Fairy Council Liaison or whatever her name is. And they don't like each other. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a better computer because we now have the money. Maybe I should buy a little laptop. Or just this one, the immersive blend. Okay, we'll buy that one in pink. So in my apothecary room here, I'll put the computer because it's like her little office. I set the build by objects to only Enchanted by Nature and Werewolf so that I can use some things from like both packs, you know. The Werewolf stuff I think is really cool. The build by objects because they look so handmade, you know, and stuff like that. So this would be really cool for like abandoned builds and stuff. So I'm gonna give her this little desk here. I think I might change the color of the computer to black. This stuff is a little bit too busy with all the trees, so I don't want the whole house in that, which is what they currently have it as. So I will keep the really busy one in her room. Whoa, no, wait. Or could I turn it into a glass room? That's really cool. But like just not on the inside part, just on the outside. Whoa, that is so cool. Maybe I should do that for a little while. Let some sun in. And then I'm gonna fill this room. I may make this room bigger and move the cat stuff out. But I wanna fill this room full of lots of little plants. Same with the rest of the house, but you know, mostly my little apothecary room. This is really cool. Oh my gosh, it lets in so much light. Okay, I'm gonna do this for the, I guess you don't really need the windows if you have the glass. I don't think it really makes sense to have them. And then here's like a little planter box that goes underneath the windows. I'll put it underneath the little small ones here. Cute. In my Not So Berry save file, my Not So Berry series I'm doing right now as well, I turned the bluff slot, which is like an island, into an off-the-grid little like shack with like a little like handmade looking shack and a bunch of the very rustic items. So like the Werewolves pack was kind of perfect for that because it has a lot of the really rustic looking like handmade items, which I want to live in that little off-the-grid lot in one of my later gens, one of my later Not So Berry gens. I'm going to put some workout equipment out here. Maybe a little log love seat. I'll stick it somewhere over here in the little blank area. Let's give them a little party bush. They loved woohooing in the one that's way over there in Everdew, so I may as well give them one on their lot. And then we're going to throw around some of these little shelves. I really like them. They're like an alternating, they're like a staggered type of shelf. Just toss them around my house and then, you know, put things on them as I find things to put on them. This kitchen is kind of turning out quite minty. A lot of the stuff in this house, a lot of the stuff in this pack is very mint, which would have been a nice pack to have back whenever I was doing the first generation of my Not So Berry. A little mushroom on the back porch that is so cute. Whoa, and then there's all these little garlands that I could put up. I can put these up. Should I put them? These are so cool. I need to put these somewhere in the house. Maybe above the couch. Are these supposed to go on the outside of the house? Maybe they are. Maybe they're supposed to go on the outside more so. I can like put them in front of the windows kind of. Instead of curtains, you know what? I don't even need this curtain. I can just put my little plants in front of there. I'm gonna change the wallpaper in this front room to something just a little bit less busy. I'm gonna change the kitchen to this like birch one. I'm only doing the downstairs for now. There's a lot of upstairs stuff, but we don't really go up there that often. So I don't think we really need to add things to it right now. And then I'll put a little tarp underneath the punching bag. I wish this stone was a little bit smaller. The teleporter, like I guess I could make it smaller. I don't know if that'll mess it. I shouldn't mess it up. I just feel like it's too big, a little bit too big. And then we gotta have a nicer table in the dining room. I'll add a third chair there because one of them is taken up by the flower press. Okay, just a few little edits for now. I put a bunch of little plants everywhere. I will definitely be adding more, especially inside the house. I put some of these. I put a few more plants outside. I put a bunch of these little mushroom lanterns around. Let me add one more right near the back door, right here. But we'll be able to see these guys glow. Oh my gosh, look at them. And then we have one out here. This is a very bright, and then we have a couple out here by the garden. This is a very bright world at nighttime. Like even at nighttime, I can still see like everything. It's not dark. It's not dark. I feel like it's even more bright during the nighttime than it is during the daytime. While meditating, Lu Hao remembered how badly he has clashed with Karen in the past. What a jerk. And then he got more negative friendship with her. This is supposed to be making him more calm, and yet it's making him remember Sims that he hates. But he is leveling up, so good for him. So Lu, when you are done with your meditating, y'all can both go to sleep, please. Cuddle in bed, that would be so cute. Let's go cuddle in bed, and then we will go to sleep at 3 something in the morning, but that's fine. They seem to be quite nocturnal people. I think I want to travel to Moonwood Mill tomorrow. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Are they just cuddling, or do they go to sleep after this? I think they just cuddle, so maybe y'all should sleep as well. But I want to travel to, oh my gosh, that's so cute. What the hell? I want to travel to Moonwood Mill, I think, tomorrow, and maybe Lu can get a book or two from, or like read, you know, in the thing, and then Celeste can kind of check out the other werewolves and, you know, other stuff that's there, and maybe do some, I want to work on both of their aspirations. So Celeste needs to cure other Sims with, they have ailments, so I think that maybe I can find a Sim with an ailment, and then Lu needs to read 3 werewolf books. And it is the first day of summer. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is really cool because I want to see what this world looks like in the summertime. I want to see, look at the eagle. There's a big giant eagle down there. Oh no, he's a little bit ragey, it looks like. How about you maybe try doing a mind concentrating routine, and let me see if that depletes his rage a little bit. I don't know, but let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I missed it, but he tried to do a handstand and then fell. And then fell right over. Okay, he's quite focused from doing his routine. He's gonna go cook, but no, let's not do that right now. Let's instead, we're gonna travel over to Moonwood Mill. This is Greg's house over here, which we're gonna stay away from because, I think they're like enemies, aren't they? So we're gonna go over to the bar, or let's do the library actually instead, because that way he can get to read his books. I'll put on some different outfits, and the werewolves are friends of the fairies, so she can stay in her fairy form, but like if we were to travel to Glimmerbrook or something like that, she'd have to conceal her fairy form. Okay, there is a bookcase right inside here, so go and read The Wolf Next Door. Is this the Wild Fangs? Yeah, this is the Wild Fangs like little hideout right here, because this is Rory, who is the leader of the Wild Fangs. So I'm going to introduce myself respectfully to her because Lu is in the Wild Fangs, and we get a relationship bonus when we start out, so they're going to be friendly on friendly terms right at the beginning. I'm being invited to the flea market. I'm good. I'm in Moonwood Mill. I'm gonna stay here. Was it a rat? I think a rat just ran by here. Or is that a possum? What the hell? That's a rat, isn't it? Look at that little rat. Something happened to him. He's broken. I think he broke his back or something. Now I'm underneath the trailer. Oh, hey, I'm down here where the rats live. Let's see where he goes. Oh no. Oh no, where's my rat? Ah. Hey, this is cool. They should make a game like this. It's like The Sims, but just like where you're a rat and you can, I can eavesdrop on their conversations. Look, I'm in my rat form now. Rory, where are you going? Rory, don't leave. Rory, come back. I need to ask you to be a friend of the Wild Fangs. I'm going to be super nice to Rory. I'm going to ask her about things. We're enthusing about plants versus occults. I'll discuss my magical abilities. I'm going to use my fairy insight power to find out her traits as well. I can ask to be a friend of the Wild Fangs. So let me see if she'll let me be like their... I don't know exactly what that would mean. If I'm a friend of the Wild Fangs, does that mean that I'm like automatically an enemy of the other pack? Self-assured, ambitious, and hot-headed. Look at you, brand spanking new friend of the Wild Fangs. Feel free to hang out with us whenever or pop in and use our trailer. And hey, you don't have to do this, but we won't say no if you have any cool stuff to give us in the future. Okay, so that means that if she's a friend, then she can like contribute to the pack resources, or I can use their... Whoa, okay, this is really cool. I can use their little trailer here. Go for a fly. She's already in her gym clothes. I think she was working out over here. So why don't you go for a quick fly around and then maybe go work out. Okay, book 1 out of 3. There might be more to discover if Lu gives this book another read. Okay, that's really cool. I can discover other stuff. But right now, Celeste is going on a beautiful little fly around the town. Maybe don't go past this little area. Celeste. I can't click on his little trailer, but I'm assuming, oh gosh, she went right past the warning signs. There's a little wolfsbane flower here. I want to take home any of the plants that I can. That one's not in bloom, so I can't take that one. The moon petal only blooms during the full moon, so I can't get that one either. I'm also trying to look out for Sims that have ailments. I wonder if using my powers I could give a Sim an ailment and then cure them. Would that count for my aspiration? Probably so. Oh, are there Sims in here? What is this? Are there Sims in here woohooing? Look, there's just like hearts coming from there. But I can't see nothing. What the hell? Celeste does need to take a shower, so go take his beady shower. I think it may just be glitched. I don't think there's Sims in there woohooing because it would be all, I'd be able to see them. He's reading his other book. I wanted to get them to woohoo in the shower, so I may do that if he finishes his book in time before it's too late. It's only 5 something, we're fine. We can hang out here for a while. I'm gonna go around to, she's also thinking about woohooing, so it seems like there is Sims in this shower. I think that's a glitch. Let me debug this shower and just see. I'm so confused, what the hell? There's a lot of fairies here, so I guess, oh gosh. Oh, he got a lunar epiphany. He can now start to decipher the strange markings found in the margins of werewolf books. Okay, so he's learning the werewolf language. Oh, they're going to woohoo somewhere. They're going to woohoo somewhere else, but did he finish? Oh, they stopped. Oh, they're gonna go in the observatory. Oh, now she's thinking of babies. Oh, the observatory is broken. That's why they had to stop. She's thinking about babies on her thing. I think that's just because of the wonderful whims mod, which gives them some of the same thoughts, gives them some of the same like moodlets and stuff as when they're pregnant. So she's not actually pregnant, but maybe she should be soon because I would love to have a little family. I want to go. They couldn't woohoo in the thing because it's broken. So he finished his second book. So now we only need to read one more book before we leave here. Let's go woohoo in the shower. Does that count as an adventurous place? So you'll get a special moodlet for that. I'm trying to find all the places so that she can get the, what's it called, mission weary or whatever the moodlet was. This hangout right here is really cool. Some lots when you go they're kind of dead, but this one like constantly has Sims and they're all sitting here like doing their homework and stuff like that. So that's really neat. I like when the lots are very, very alive. She keeps the wings stay on during woohoo apparently. Oh, and then they just immediately left. Okay, maybe the showers are just kind of bugged. They didn't get no moodlets. I can hear the music still playing though, so it should be still happening. Also, apparently, when you woohoo, I think he's too ragey, so I think I need to wait until he like. Let me just see. See, it's canceling it out. It's just kind of not letting them. Kiss behind bookshelf. What the hell? Let's go do that one. Can they actually go behind the bookshelves? They can't fit back there. No, they're just does Lou like physical intimacy? Okay, sure. No, they're just making out in the middle because they can't fit behind the bookshelves. That's kind of funny. I've looked it up, and apparently the 2 times that they tried to woohoo in her fairy form, like in the sky, it would not work. And I think this was because his rage had built so high that it was canceling out any other interactions. But apparently you can do it even when even when one of the Sims is not a fairy, because the other one just kind of picks them up. He got embarrassed when he was caught kissing in the library from getting caught kissing behind the bookshelves. No, you weren't. You were in the middle of the room. You didn't even attempt to go behind the bookshelves. And then offer to woohoo in sky. Let's try that one again. She's done this once before with an actual fairy. Okay, it's working finally. Yeah, so she uses her magic to shrink him as well. That's so cute. But he still keeps his rage like cloud, the red cloud around him. I like how they just straight up become invisible. Forbidden twilight from fairy woohoo. Like oil and water, these things shouldn't mix, but Celeste is glad it happened. Why is it like a forbidden? I think she gets a special one from every time she woohoos a werewolf. She gets a special moodlet from that. Okay, Lou, get off the ground. Get out. We're gonna go home. We're gonna go home, but first I need this fairy dust. Give me the fairy dust, and then we're gonna head back to our house. We've shown up and there's a vampire on my doorstep. Let me give her an ailment, just like creation impulse. And then I'm gonna cure her ailment, and I'm gonna see if that works for my aspiration. Okay, now she's covered in paint splotches, and now I can cure it. Yes, okay, that did work. Sprinkles has aged up. Oh my gosh, my little kitty cat is now a big kitty cat, and he's so fluffy. Look at this little guy. Also, he's kind of purple, which is an interesting little color. He's so fluffy. He looks like a little stuffed animal. Get out of the trash. Get out of the trash. Don't do that. I think he's about to become a wolf. He needs to get outside right now. And he's on a rampage. Okay, somber how Lou is well past that. I can't just like go on a run. Go here ferociously. Let's do that. I want to like go on like a jog or something. Like, man, that vampire left fast when she saw he was a wolf. Smell here. I think that's one of his like treasure finding abilities, isn't it? Oh, the doggy's fixing to age up too. Look, the little puppy is sparkling. This is our little husky, and I'm excited to see how big she gets. And he has aged up from a puppy to an adult dog. She can now go for walks and stuff, and we can. Oh my gosh, that's not a husky. What the hell? That's not a husky at all. That's like a schnauzer, or like a schnauzer mixed with a poodle or something. False advertising. That's not a husky. Oh no, but that's fine. This is a cute little doggy anyway. Not as cute as a husky, but still. We can go on like runs with the dog. You can't interact with them at all when he's a werewolf. Let's try to regain my control. Also, I have a couple more ability points. So, Oh, we're not on the next level yet, but I can probably use some of these. He can learn to hunt for food. Let's do the hunter one. I'll give him hunter so that he can go out whenever he's hungry and go find, I don't know, what does that mean? They actually go like hunt for like deer and stuff like that? Maybe so. Let me get Celeste to try to, oh, we found a baconite while scavenging. Try to soothe the beast. And then we need to go to sleep. I want him to get rid of this nocturnal moodlet. I don't know how he gets rid of these, but I want them to go away. The nocturnal one, I don't like that one. I like them to be awake during the daytime. Okay, I think it worked because it took all of his rage back down. So I think he's back to normal. He's got a bad headache though. What is that smell? From smelling someone with a very special scent, something smells weird. It made him dazed. What is that? What does that mean? Oh, I can see the little cloud. What the hell? What does that mean? What do you mean a special? Is it because she's like an occult? So they have like special smells? I don't know. It's getting worse because he's standing near her. We're doing some stargazing. Let me see what the stars look like tonight. Oh, there's none of them. There's a half moon and the sky is so freaking purple. That is crazy looking. What the hell? It looks so weird to be so purple like that. We're heading off to sleep. It's a Monday morning. Today, Celeste has to work again, but I'm going to work from home again this time. Hopefully, I will get not the Seek Clients one, because I want to spend, okay, craft 3 cures or elixir. Okay, that's just fine. I want to spend most of the day trying to build up. I'm trying to get to the next fairy rank. I want to max out my fairy rank. Radiant is the last one, and then also work on my aspiration as much as I can. So I'm going to get Lou to plant some of the stuff he has in his inventory. We have a few roses. I need some new plants so that she can use her growth eruption ability. Okay, and then I can do, okay, so he's planted all those little flowers, and then let's go growth eruption. So it should, yes. Okay, so it grew up all those things. It uses a ton of emotional force, a whole bunch. I'm using my fairy dust to regenerate her emotional force. And then I'm going to, can my dog get out of the bush? He got sprayed by a skunk last time he was in the bush. So she's uncomfortable from that, but now she's just hanging out in the bush. Also, she has this weird glow over her, which is really weird. And she's really gross. So I need to give her a bath, but I don't think we have a bathtub. The pack has, Wild Fangs noticed. The pack has noticed that Lou hasn't been adequately fulfilling the expand and explore value. Okay. Okay, maybe we should work on some of that then. It says he might be put on pack probation, whatever that means. I don't want it to happen. Okay, milestone complete. He's completed Lunar Attunement of the Werewolf. He read his last werewolf book and has completed his aspiration. He successfully unleashed his inner beast and basked in the moonlight. The time has come to decide whether he wants to join a pack, carve his own. Oh gosh, okay, we get multiple little, see, I thought so. I figured I could get new aspirations. It's time for him to embark on the next chapter of his werewolf journey. Emissary of the Collective, so join with the Moonwood Collective of dignified neighborly ranks. Probably not this one because we don't live in Moonwood Mill. A Wild Fang renegade, join the Wild Fangs and show the world who's boss. Become the strongest, scariest lone wolf, or seek a cure to continue life as a normal sim. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I'd have to choose his path right now. Let's do Wild Fang renegade. I want to stay in the Wild Fang pack. I don't want to be a lone wolf, and I don't want him to find a cure. Emissary of the Collective, I would choose if I was living in Moonwood Mill. So let's do Wild Fang renegade. Join the Wild Fangs and show the world who's boss. We are already in the Wild Fangs, so turn sims into werewolves. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Do I want to do that? Okay, you know, I can change it if I wanted to. Okay. Let me see what they are. Lone Wolf is leveling up, unleash the beast, spar with werewolves, and defeat Greg. Emissary of the Collective is joining the Moonwood Collective, socialize with werewolves, be a good werewolf ambassador, and become alpha of the Moonwood Collective. I want to do this one, but you'd have to kind of live in Moonwood Mill in order to do that. So maybe I should focus on this Moonwood Collective one in, maybe one of their children can be a werewolf and can go live in Moonwood Mill, and then I can focus on that. Different aspiration for someone else. I kind of want to do the Lone Wolf one, to be honest, now that I see what the actual, let's do Lone Wolf for him, because this one is just sparring with werewolves, defeating Greg. Defeating Greg is kind of a neat little task that we can work on. Let's get an actual bathtub so we can bathe the little doggy. Okay, so we need to level up to Apex, so we're continuing on that path. Unleash the beast 25 times, spar with 5 different werewolves, and then defeat Greg in a werewolf brawl and emerge victorious. And we didn't quite rank up to the Radiant, but in the next video we definitely will. We were quite close to it. I even have one more ability point that I might use to shift another Sim's luck. I'll unlock the other luck one. And then we will get to the very, very top in the next video, which will give me the power to transform another Sim into a fairy, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if I want to do that, but maybe we can unlock that one in the future. I'm going to buy a bunch of apothecary ingredients because I now have the money to just buy the ones that I need. And we're crafting our 3rd elixir, so She's gonna finish her day of work very, very soon. And then next time, I think that she's only on level 2. Maybe next time we can go into work and then we can get a promotion, hopefully sometime soon. I do want to start focusing on her job a little bit more so that I can see what other things I can do later on in the naturopath career, because we're only on level 2. I've been focusing on her fairy abilities so far, but now that we're almost fully ranked up, I can start focusing on her job more so than her like fairy rank, you know. Oh, and she was promoted just now. She was promoted to a natural living novice. She'll make some additional money per hour, and we got a little bit of a bonus. We still work on the same hours. I need to up my natural living skill for my next promotion, so we'll be working on that in the next episode. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I want to see some kids in these guys' future, so we'll also be working on that in the next episode. Let me know how many kids you want them to have. I definitely want to have at least a few, because I want at least like one to be a fairy, one to be a werewolf. I don't really know exactly how it worked with the occults when they mix them, but I can use cheats to kind of, you know, have them turn out whichever way I want. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and if you want to see the rest of my fairy series or my full Not So Berry series, we are on Yellow Gen right now and Not So Berry. You can check the description box below. I link my other series in the description box, so if you want to check them out, they are always down below. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. You should know that